Hello, my name is Renuka. Welcome back to my channel, and today we will make some cards with my monthly hero art kit August 2023. These cards are very versatile. You can pull back whatever you have or part of you have or similar items you have, still you can make this card. So don't forget to watch until the end, so you're gonna get a lots and lots of idea how can you mix match the things. So here I'm choosing the yellow cardstock, and this one is the Starburst stencil. It's also from, I think it's from MFT, but you can get any brand. And then I'm using this orange color here. So basic idea here is create a kind of the sun rays. So I already took a yellow cardstock, so it become very easy for me. Spice marmalade, I like this combination, but you can choose or use whatever you have. And then main idea is kind of create a sunrise behind those trees or behind those mountains. So I already die cut out these mountains from the mountain die and trees from the tree die, and now you don't have to make the card so bulky, so you don't have to create that layer until the end of your card. You can just take a little bit and that will be good. Then I'm using a little bit of ink, that is blueprint sketch from Distress Inks, so that I can get a little bit of that bluish tint there. You can skip that, and in upcoming card I will show you that how you can create those mountain, the white snowflakes, by using the white embossing powder also. So here, after putting all the things together, I'm happy that how it turned out. Now it's time to stamp the thing. I choose the Life Beautiful stamp from the set it came, and then I just decided to heat emboss it with the same powder, the copper powder, embossing powder. It came with the kit, and then I'm gonna stick all things together. This is the easiest way. First you do the thing and then you can stick on the card. You can do vice versa, you can stick everything together and then you can put it on the card. So after heat setting it, it's gonna turn out really beautiful in real life. And then I just flatten it so that I can do more nicely gluing. Here I'm using the liquid glue by Barely Arts. You can use anything you have, and then I just gonna put all things together. Lining up is very easy when you stand all the card and you don't have to match the things. Depend on which card you are doing at what time. Just trimming off the excess, and this card is good to go on the card base. So I choose here the ivory card base, and you can choose white or brown, or even the sky blue will look good. Yellow will also look good. And I'm not decorating inside of the cards this time. I will do that at the end when all my cards are done. That is my process, and then I'll do inside, outside, as well as envelopes. So here I just cut out the hexagon from the hexagon nesting dies, and then I use it the orange cardstock. All of these are already in the A4 size cardstock thing. So here I'm just using again the spice marmalade to create the hexagonal illusion there, and we will use that stencil also, as well as that part which is come from that hexagon. So here I'm using the ribbons. These ribbons are so awesome, that makes cards so fun and easy way. So first I thought that I should put the ribbon on the white, and then I can trim out them, and then I can put them inside that hexagon. But when I'm doing this part, I found that it is turning on the card, so I turn this white also in the card. So always do 3 or 5 ribbons or your elements, is kind of creating the visual triangle, and try to put them in the order like bigger, smaller, and the smallest. And if you want to create a more interest in that, you can add more by putting the various heights together. Just see what looks good on it, and then do it. Here I'm just kind of varying those green colors also, that which will look good, and I'm kind of searching for the perfect one before sticking it. And then process is very easy. You have to rub just with that craft stick, or you can use your bone folder to do that also, and then they're going to stick together, and you can peel them off. So these are kind of stickers, you can say. And then I thought, oh, should I do this, should I do that, and at least that gives me a various ideas that what I want to go to do next. Here I always share my process, that how I think, how I work. I didn't edit the videos in a such a way that okay, I cut this and then put them apart, put them all the part together and show you that this is the card. I want to show you that how I think, and I want to show you that how sometimes the things gonna change and you will get a different thing. So you can do the same thing, because you will create same cards or you can create different cards by this knowing the thinking process. Then I have this circle, a golden from the previous projects, and then I decided to add that as a background for those nice cactus. I like that cactus having that reddish flowers that gonna give that spark on there. And then I'm kind of seeing, okay, this look good, this look good, okay. And then whenever I satisfied, okay, this combination is going to great, then I do that. If your pillow just doesn't come out properly, you can again put that on the same place and do that. So here I'm spritzing the green golden spray which came in a kit. So you can see that I use as a background for that white paper, and it is the watercolor paper. I spritz that also, rather than putting in a box and wasting that spray. I decided to put that on the paper, so remaining also I can use afterwards. I spritz that, I put it away, it will dry, and soon we're going to use that. So I really like how this turn out all together. Then I'm kind of finding the sentiment for it. I want to go something different this time. So I'm kind of searching for the sentiment, but before that I want little bit height for that. And this is also looking good. So most of the times you do the projects and you have the leftover sentiments, or you deck it out more than you needed, then you can use that inside or outside the card as per you think, or as per the design goes. And then I'm just putting that thing in the focal point, so everything is going together. First this that hexagon, then the spray, and now this golden triangle, and then I just put the black strip behind it to just kind of ground it that. And then I thought many thanks on that will look really great. I already matched the height, means I used the same foam tape for the black background as well as that golden background. And this many thanks sentiments, I think it's from Spellbinders, way before, like small or large die of the month. But it is so awesome, I loved it. It is one of my favorite, cause those two font styles as well as the one is small and one is bigger. Then I decided to complete this card. You can go ahead, add some of the glossy accent or sequence to it. I just skip that. Sometimes I donate my card where the sequence and things are not allowed, so I skip some of the times. And then I just spritz one spray on that, only one, so I will get that kind of golden greenish color of a blob there. And when it's natural, it's organic, it looks nice. So here I'm just creating that golden border all around it by using the golden unipen, and it's kind of adding that interest and tying together all the stuff. This is the kind of when we don't have the much dyes and things like that. Before, I'm talking about the 10 years, we used to use these dash lines and paints everywhere, and black and red and sometimes matching things. So it's really nice to revisit some old techniques sometimes, to remind you that okay, you are still there, that golden pen is still work with me. And then I add little bit of here and there on this cactus to add more interest. And then this happy birthday die I just put on that blob, and you can see that while I'm doing the process, that gonna already dry. The paper we already sprayed, that will also dry. So I'm filming this process the same way I did it. And then I just speed up it like 3 times, because yeah, although it's gonna get a longer time. But if you want to make a long videos, you let me know. I already post one of the first part, make a long video, and don't forget to watch that unboxing also, where I give the lots of ideas. So I'm just putting this distress ink, it is on the scarf cardstock, and it is the rustic hinge. And you can go ahead and emboss this panel, and then you can do that. I decided to skip that this time. And then I have this embossed green colored cardstock with the honeybees wood grain texture. I really like that texture. And then I decided, rather than embossing the main panel, I will emboss the cactus. I have a cactus die with the spellbinders, but you can buy HEROARTS cactus die also. It is also wonderful die, and it matches well together with this. I already have that and I hardly use it, so I decided to skip this time. And then I'm just eyeballing first, or you can make a pencil mark and then you can put the cactus. So here I'm creating a cactus window, and I will put some cactus on the window also. So I really like that rustic look of the brown and brown thing. You can try vintage photo also if you want to go on the more darker side, and directly use the cubes. I really like the small cubes because you can do lots and lots of ideas with them. You can directly use them on your projects, on your tags, and it's really nice. But when distress oxides came, I bought the full bigger one because they don't come in a cube. But I have all the distress in cube most of times, and some of them are dried, but I don't want to re-ink them. And now distress oxides are like bigger one. So yeah, then I'm adding couple of flowers. Now you can see where I didn't come out that peel off properly, I put that flower. So you can mismatch your things like that also. If something didn't work, means it doesn't mean that your project is pull apart. You can find the ways to fix it, and or you can put that pull on again on the perfect place where it didn't properly rub it on, and then you can rub on the things. Or did I say pull on? Okay, I must say rub on. And then I use this window kind of stuff there, and then I will put some of the more cactus on the outer side. But you can stop here, you can add the sentiment, that will also look good. You can stop here also, that you can create a window. Now here I choose the orange color window, but you can choose a darkish brown color window. You can wood grain it and then add again a distressing. That also give a kind of a look that it's a cactus or see-through in the kind of tree window. So that will also look good. And most of the times I share more idea than I make the more cards, just because I can't make all those cards together. And yeah, but I just want to use that paper, that's why I did that. But if you want to wood grain the cardstock for this window, I always suggest that first wood grain your cardstock. Take a little bit bigger cardstock. First wood grain means you can emboss it, dry emboss it, and then with the wood grain dry embossing, after that you should cut that any shape of window, maybe circle, oval, or like my hexagon. And then I'm adding more texture to these small cactus things. So yeah, so I use whatever I have. You can see that spellbinder die I have with me, but you can see what you have in your stash, and you can do that. Then I'm using the moved lawn ink because it is a little bit darker and it is catching that wood grain, and it is looking nice in real life. It looks so beautiful. And then I'm just arranging those full covering those windows. If you buy the HEROARTS cactus die, those are like big and small, so you don't have to do all this. You can just put one die and that will become your focal point of the image. I have pretty small dies and I'm working with whatever I have, so you can see for most of the times I switch the places because I didn't like how it works. So yeah, I put that die inside. So although I told you that I will decorate outside and these afterwards, most of the times I do that. If you watch my video, at the one go I do inside and the envelopes, and first I create all my cards. Nowadays it happens that I have so lots of kids and lots of things, and one time I make a video or I make 20-25 cards out of them, and then I have so many ideas that I want to use them, but time didn't permit me. But yeah, I'm planning to use all the old supplies because I have so many supplies and I have so many ideas. I can't get rid of them because I have so many still idea I want to do with them. I want to mix match the product. So yeah, maybe next video. So I just put the blocks there to show that they will stick together. Now here is the another idea. You can put this different trees together in maybe the green shade, black shade, brown shade, and then you can layer them together on the cards. So here we are creating some kind of a different background. I loved it and I thought you're gonna also love it. So before cutting that panel, and again now the spreads, how you use your sprays wisely and how you spreads them and how you can create more out of your sprays. Here I'm talking about that. So what I want to do, just grab a box and then we spritz it in the box, but here we are creating the, so now I'm arranging the trees such a ways that it will create a pattern out of that, and it is looks so beautiful. If you see the previous video, in this I show you the honeybees things. They have this kind of watercolor effect, but look at that paper. And I just tried that technique first time and I really liked it, but I can give you more ideas. Like first you can just distress whole the paper with the sky blue ink, and then you put those trees and then spreads with the green, the same ink, and it will look so much good. You can go a little bit more like darker shade, and look at these trees, shadow is creating there. So you can put trees on trees, just mix match the thing, or you can create a whole big trifold card out of it. The ideas and possibilities are endless, right? And then I just put them all the to make it straight, the books and all. Then I come back and just I dry emboss this with the embossing folder from this month's spellbinder. Yeah, this month or last month, I think this month. And then when you go with the spellbinders based embossing folders, you will not get a full 9x12 sheet, but you will get one front of A5 cards, and then you will get little bit excess. So we're going to use both of that. So one on one card base we will get a full embossing, on other card front we will get a half embossing, but that half embossing gonna also look good. So first I'm using here that half embossing thing, and then I'm cutting this in a required like 4 1/4 by the 5, and then I will just decide that where I want to put those cactus again. So here the trick, if you want to put your ribbons on the sheet that is a flat surface, they're going to stick nicely. But if you want to stick them on the embossed paper, so you have to put your ribbon first and then you have to emboss them. Here I'm not worried because my embossing pattern is only on the top of the card, not on the bottom of the card, so I will not get that kind of problem here. And then after adding the trio, I'm so happy that how it turned out, and that it's so organic. So first of all, my idea is I'm gonna put that plateau there, so I just make that pencil marks all around it, and I just remove my plateau a little bit down, so that while making pencil marks, so when I stick, that plateau goes up and nobody will see the pencil mark. But when I put that things together, I thought it is just unnecessary catching the highlight. I want to highlight those things, so I just grab the same cube of the rustic hinge, and then I just put the little bit of water, and I kind of create the ground, and it looks so good in real life, that having the rustic look as well as the things is like wow. So this is the another card base, and then I decided to add more, so I just grabbed this little bit of distress oxide. Here you don't have to use oxides or inks, that doesn't make difference. I'm not doing any technique with it. I can't find my broken channel, so I just grab this salty ocean, but then I'm just adding that little bit blue where white is peeping out. And then for the embellishment here, I'm not using anything popping up, I'm just using the same embellishment, the small flowers, the ribbon flowers I'm using. Then I choose the sentiment, and I use like misty this time, cause I don't know that I will go on that embossed surface or not, and I want to want really crisp image. So yeah, and I use the Memento black ink, and it turned out really nice. And those remaining papers and that hexagonal die, we're going to use that on the next upcoming videos. So keep with you, and I'll soon post that also, because this is the working process, right? I can't put all the cards in the same video, because it will be more longer and longer. So I'm just putting those small ribbon flowers, and they came so nice and gorgeous. I really like the effect. And when recipient got that card, they can feel the texture is kind of a sensory experience for them also. And then I decided to use the ivory card base for this. Most of the times, whatever I do, I just kind of match the backgrounds, or I kind of put them very neutral base, like the ivory, brown, craft, or white or black. So very rare I use the colors. So you can put that sticker inside, and these are the cards for today. And we're gonna make more cards and more things, and these are the cards we make on the last video. So don't forget to watch the last video as well as the unboxing to get more and more ideas and create more things, rather than I create use these techniques and create something awesome. And thank you for watching, giving your time. I really appreciate your love and kindness toward me and my channel. Love to see your comments, love to read them. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. So until the next crafty project, have a crafty life. Bye bye.